and Prospector Ron for a quickie. Get out of the shower and record Coffee and Rip
You know,
episode.
it's all about tops this week, isn't it?
Isn't it always like a broken-hearted ex that just learned that you are engaged again? It's all
Yeah.
about her.
Well,
Um,
heck of a week with products dropping on us.
It is. Let me do the intro. Episode 96, folks. We are uh, slowly but surely heading into our 100th episode, which will be filled with lots of goodies and giveaways and all the other stuff that we've accustomed you guys to. So please keep up the good work. Like, comment on the videos, share if you can, and most importantly, subscribe. We are on our way to our 200th subscriber. So thank you to every one of you who has subscribed within the last few months. We've got only about 15, maybe 20 minutes to do this live. What I do promise to you guys and Ron is that we're gonna try to carve a lot more time. Maybe late this weekend on a Sunday night, maybe or something like that. If not, try to do a more regular episode on a Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. But we gotta be able to provide more in-depth analysis for you guys, not just this quickie live. But I did want to get it in before the week was done. But yeah, Ron, tell us.
Well, we started off this week. We had both Chrome update pre-orders for baseball update happening on Tuesday, and the actual release of paper update happened on Wednesday. So you had both these products coming in the same week, just lots of things going on. You also had the drop of Cosmic Chrome, which, it was a pre-order again, heck of a product. We always like that one. And then the other thing that dropped is a favorite of mine, and it's now become a favorite of the prospector, is Pro Debut dropped this week. I had pre-orders in, so this is one of those pre-orders. But this is a great little product. You talk about value. You get 4 autos in this for $100. It's the
Can't
early
beat
autos of
that.
folks, and it could be something a lot of fun. So this came out. Very happy about that. They're hitting us right now with Chrome basketball pre-orders next week, and that's probably going to be the hot ticket for a lot of people. I'm going to see a lot of money running that way. Don't know what else they're going to be releasing on the baseball side, but there's still a lot of product they haven't released yet this year. Still going to be coming at us, and we still don't know about Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary or Topps 52 or whatever they're going to call it this year. So that's on its way. Heading towards the holidays here, real quick. People are scrambling out there. People looking for fun things. These can be found on Target shelves. $30 product. It's a lot of fun. A lot of looking at cards with your kids. If you have kids, you're searching to see if there's a Santa hat. Is there a candy cane? What have you in there? Your every box is going to contain an ornament like this, and either some kind of relic card in each one of the boxes, like this numbered to 10 card. This is one of the holiday relics. So this is actually a fuzz from that hat. So, actual player award. So
That's funny.
that's a say a
That's
Suzuki thing
Suzuki?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, slash 10. So that was a lot of fun. Um, Pokemon is leading the airways with everything else. If you get your hands on an advent calendar, they're huge. I was surprised how big these dang boxes are, but they've got uh, the whole advent in there. So you're supposed to be starting it.
Not to be confused, pardon the quick
Yeah,
interruption, with the PCB, the Prospect Chase Box um,
advent calendar. That's exactly
Advent
where I was
Calendar
going.
box, which will be, we took a break last year. We did it in 2023. It was a total hit last year because of work and bandwidth. We couldn't get it together, but I told Ron this year we got to come back with it. We're going to do, Top stole our idea. We're in the process of suing them. Um, um, for
This is hard to
trademark
find.
infringement. Those are
Th-
hard to find too.
These are hard to find, but chase boxes are going to be available to our community.
So
So
what we
they're just around the corner.
just around the corner. We're gonna. I'll be in the process with Ron, together with Ron, in the next few weeks. Well, next week really. Of figuring out our location, figuring out the composition of the box. I think what one of the ideas that I hadn't actually talked offline yet to Ron about. So this is an exclusive here. One of the ideas that I had this year, because I think a lot more people are into it because of them themselves or their kids or what have you. What have you. Um, I want to include non-sports cards in there. I don't know if there'll be a collection of like Marvel Chrome or Star Wars, maybe some Pokemon as well. But I definitely am planning to include some non-sports cards in there. We'll mostly try to stick to, I think, baseball. But if it's not baseball, I think throwing in some Star Wars, some Pokemon, some other stuff.
There's some Disney cards out there that are
Disney,
fairly cheap as well, that we can get into a pack that a kid would love opening up.
right?
There's a bunch of different products that we can do for it. There's definitely the Marvel sitting out there as well right now, and some other
If
things,
you want to
and
know more about it,
of course,
ask me.
Pokemon.
Ooh, that's nice. I have one of those too.
It just arrived
Is that
today.
from? Yeah, is that the
That's
Evolutions
Pokemon Center.
or Phantasmal?
That's the Phantasmal from
Wow, man, you're
Pokemon
lucky.
Center.
I wasn't able to snag any from
That
Target,
was,
from Walmart, from Pokemon Center.
it's crazy out there.
It is
I was
crazy.
lucky to get that one when it did drop. So
I tried last night at Target. I had them in my cart,
we were all there. We all had them in our carts, and
and
they
we didn't.
couldn't
I
check
guess I
out.
didn't learn the enter trick off early enough because
Well,
I would have used it. I had it in
I
my cart.
yeah, I had them in my cart as well and couldn't check out, and I tried different things. So
We'll see. Maybe I'll
it's
find
not
it in
my
the wild.
primary collection, so I
Right.
didn't sweat it. My I like baseball. I've got lots of baseball.
I did try for the Dick's sporting goods,
Yeah,
whatever, and I think I signed up for the for Best Buy. Um, they have their own version of EQ of Equal. I don't think it's that, but it's something like that, some type of drawing where you get selected. So I got lucky that one time with Dick's, and I did get a box of something. I forget what it was,
yeah,
Pokemon something, but I forget what it was. But yeah, so if you want to learn a little bit more about the Advent calendar, which will be the next box that we put out, substituting our usual PCB monthly box. I mean, most likely substituting. I think. Send me a message on IG. You can find me on IG at Jorge Prospector, or a messenger, Facebook Messenger, same thing, Jorge Prospector. Check out our site at prospectchasebox.com if you have any questions. I'll try to put something in there. Uh, but yeah, that's that. And then yeah, Tops has been inundating us in their usual November rain of Tops month.
yeah.
Crazy list of products. I don't know how anyone can keep up.
Well, the other thing that's still going on right now is there's 2 boxes of Volume 37 Prospect Chase, boxes left. So there's 2
That's
of
true.
those left. You can get in on them for a really good price, a discounted price, I believe, of 115 each, live ripped.
Yeah, they're on clearance right now.
So if you're interested,
Actually,
they're there.
they're here. I'm actually gonna. This is the last. There's two left. There were four left, and our good friend Tyrone bought two yesterday, so I have them here. If I have an opportunity, he told me to just go ahead and rip one at least. So we could kind of do that while we talk. We'll see if we have time to rip a few boxes, to at least rip one box. But yeah, get in on that. It's a clearance price. We're clearing out inventory for these holiday advent calendar boxes. Regularly they're 150. I'm letting them go for 115 at the moment. If you act now, act quick. Send me a message. Get one of yours. The pack lineup for that, I'll do a quick review. What it has. It has two. They're all hobby packs except one, but that one is a mega box exclusive heritage um high number or regular heritage from 2019, which has those coveted Shohei rookie cup card SPs. Not hard, not easy pulls, but very valuable. And they have those parallels in any of the Chrome formats. Also has like action, variation, base cards, which are not base, they're just paper cards, stock cards, but very valuable. A lot of good stuff in there. It has uh, 22 packs of 1 pack of 22 Bowman's Best Hobby, 2 packs of 2022 Heritage High Number, which has those Bobby Witts and Julio and Suzuki and many others. Has 2 packs, hobby packs as well, of 22 Topps Pro Debut. And it has 2 packs of 22 Bowman Heritage Hobby as well. So lots of hobby packs in there. Possibilities of hot boxes, which have extra packs. 115 is a really good deal at that price. Let me know if you want to get in on it. Ron, we so Tops. Tell me about Tops. Tell me about premium products. Sapphire, Bowman Chrome Sapphire. Uh, Although I'll be honest, I think the most recent stuff, like the last week and a half, it's been mostly non-sports cars, right?
There's been a lot of non-sports cards and more coming. We saw that last night that Pixar's coming. Pixar Gold, I think, is what they're calling it, and it seems to be, the Pixar side of Disney's production, that includes cards like a gold card of the lamp, the little Pixar lamp that bounces around and through.
That's kind of
I don't
cool.
know how popular it's going to be, but that stuff just seems to be going like wildfire.
My
Um,
son, my son would be all over that.
yeah, so that's dropping. We've had just a ton of Disney stuff coming out. We've have this um, Labubu. Is that how you say it?
Is that still happening?
Lubaloo. That came out in a pre-order, and
That's
now in
true.
the real order is going to the actual release date is coming up here. I
Because
believe next
it was a
week.
late release, right? It was gonna be a December release. I remember
It was going to
shipping
be
shipping
late
release.
November, early December, so it'll start shipping shortly. So
Did you get
that's
in on
sitting there.
that? I think I
Yes.
passed.
Yep.
No, but you
So
got me one or something. I forget. I did. I personally passed, but I think you got me covered. Maybe with I forget. So much
yeah,
stuff, Ron. I can't
there.
handle this shit. I
Yeah.
need an
So
assistant.
Yeah. So what's really going on right now is Topps is inundating us with stuff. Basketball's out there. The Chrome is going to be the big thing next week. That basketball Chrome's going to be hot, and any other Sapphire product or whatever related to basketball, now that they have the official license, is just going to be insanely sought after. Paper, yeah, it's still available. People kind
I
of
mean, paper
went
has
in
its
with paper and
role.
said, okay, it's
Yeah.
like flagship. Yeah, there's a billion
This is
copies of
what
it
was
printed.
smart. This is what was smart and what they did. They obviously it's a heavily printed product as it should be, right? Because it's their equivalent of flagship. However, I think they threw everything at the kitchen sink in terms of autos and inserts and parallels. So it seems that every configuration of that product, whether it be hanger, blaster, Fanatics exclusive blasters, or hobbies, or jumbo hobbies, they all have a decent amount of hits. And that's kind of like
Yeah.
what their play was. Let's put a lot of hits, a lot of autos. It does seem that Cooper Flag signed everything. So a lot of Cooper Flag autos out there, whether it's sticker or on card. But the real, yeah, the real, the real bonanza, it's really the Chrome product. Now,
Yeah.
last time I heard, there was either a confirmed suspicion or a suspicion that it was going to be a Dutch auction. Has that been confirmed?
Well, that has not been confirmed yet, but
Okay.
that's one of the things that's happening with the hobby. Let's stop real quick on the Chrome product. If you have the chance to get in on the Chrome update baseball product that's going to be dropped again, it was a pre-order this last week. You have a chance to get in on it, jump in on it. But one of the things we learned, which goes right to the heart of Jorge Prospector, is that in the configurations, if you're looking for just hits, not necessarily autos or what have you. If you're looking for hits or parallels, the
Pat Pack.
Fat Pack
Yeah.
is the play in that Chrome environment. Although it will be dropping here soon to the public, a public release is upcoming.
Is that
Uh,
happening tomorrow or today?
no,
Or
it's going to be a couple weeks out. The release just happened the pre-order just happened this week,
sure.
so it's usually a few weeks out.
Maybe at
Tops has
some
kind
point.
of stacked these things that, hey, we do a pre-order, and and then it shuts down. It creates kind of a fear of missing out.
And
So
bumps up the
then
price of their
it,
Fanatic Live breakers.
yep. And
That's
so
what it does.
then comes in the real release up here. It's only typically $10 to $20 more than the pre-order price, but it's
Creates the
created such a
FOMO.
momentum. Yeah, it's
It
created a lot
creates
of
the
momentum for
FOMO,
Chrome.
and it inflates
Yeah.
the price for breakers to charge more for that product.
Yep.
That's all it
And
is.
now you led right into this. As they talk about the increase of prices, there's talk on the street that Topps Fanatics is going to go to a Dutch auction type system here in the
It's
near
a mouthful.
future. Yeah, a Dutch auction where they started at this price, and you're buying in at a price that slowly drops while the product sits there. Hey, I'm going to try and buy in
Right.
at a price. And so, do you want to buy in at the initial $1,000 price, or are you really at the $300 level and waiting for it to drop there? And if it doesn't meet there, sells out, you're missed out. So it's one of these odd things. If they start doing that, it'll just throw people into a loop. The other thing along with that is they're talking about doing a first off the line product again, and it just adds. So you end up with two. We've had that in the past with uh, first edition uh, cards from Tops. They said, "Hey, this is the first edition boxes. Now here's the rest of the boxes."
Right.
To me, it adds no value other
No
than the fact
value.
that it says first edition, and in the long run, it didn't matter. Those boxes were new,
It's a money
worth
grab.
no more.
Let's call it what it
Exactly.
is. It's a money grab. All
Yeah.
right. So baseball talk. I'm sick and tired of this basketball talk.
Well,
Baseball talk.
that was baseball talk there as well about
That's
the Chrome
true. That's
update
true.
coming
That's
in.
true. No, the Chrome Update product is going to be. It should be. So the paper product. Listen, we are in the Prospect Chase box. Big fans of update because it has it's less printed, and it usually has a decent, if not a if not super good, a rookie class. This year's no different. It has Nick Kurtz. It has a bunch of other Baldwin, which just won Rookie of the Year. Both of them won in their respective
Yeah.
leagues. So it's a good product, and it's got good chances at parallels. It's a good hit rate. So it's a good product that we like. And the
Yeah.
Chrome, it's actually the same thing. Less printed than Topps Chrome, has good products, and they have included a few additions this year that make it even more desirable, in my opinion. Not only are you going to get a chance at those rookie debut patches that are only available on it's Chrome, right? Not paper, yeah, on
Yeah.
Chrome boxes, but they also included a cool. I think it's a cool feature. They included uh, golden SSP, golden mirror SSPs with autos, which has a new feature that they're doing this year. They've actually used a different grade, so they actually got smart and finally did the whole what's it called, the gradient sort of bottom, so the auto looks better.
Yeah.
The gradient sort of black box with a gradient that flows into the card. They purposely did it like more like black, dark gray, with a gradient that allows the auto to be seen. However, they are doing an exclusive. They're using gold ink, which it might signal that they're doing away with some of those products that used that ink before. I think Inception used to use that in some
Yeah.
parallel
They
autos,
had the blacks
and
with the
Top
gold and silver
Tribute or
ink.
some. There were
Yeah.
some other sort of cards releases that use that gold ink. I don't know if they're gonna do away with those now. I do like it because it's a good way of differentiating that auto, that rare auto, from, like, say, blue ink or red ink in Heritage. So I like that. But yeah, I've seen a few of those. They're hard to pull, obviously, but I've seen a few. It's mostly rookies, but not only rookies. Cal Raleigh that's an amazing one because there's a good shot. Pete Alonso, if you haven't seen that, I think it's come up on eBay. Pete Alonso has a horizontal version. Well, it's a horizontal display of him of the camera in a low angle looking up like to his butt on the on deck stand with City Field with the lights off feature after someone homers or whatever. So it looks really cool, and the gold auto really pops. The
Yeah.
one concern I do have, I've seen a few of these, is that in usual top fashion, they find a way to screw up a good thing. Some of the autos with that pen are very lacking. They don't look that well, or they're like fading.
They get choppy.
They get choppy. It depends on the picture that they chose. If it's kind of like a bright picture and the pen was good, the ink was good, the signature really pops. I've seen a few where the picture is kind of dark and the black box. Some people were saying, "What? You don't even need a black box because the picture is dark enough." So in some of them, it's not that great how the auto comes off. But I've seen a few that is when it's a good auto, it's a really solid
Yeah.
card. So I like what they've done with that product.
Yeah. Now, another quick topic is with Otani and Judge winning, we have the MVP buybacks coming in. Check Top's website; they'll tell you how much and where you can get those exchanged. With typically your local LCS will do it, but you got to make sure. So you can check the Top's website on those. Those are worth, base cards are still $20, and then a tiered up scale. Now, but the other one that came in this year is the red rookie redemption, the red logo on Nick Kurtz and Baldwin's cards. You're
Yeah.
gonna look for that. If you have those are worth $100 the way they are right now. If you did happen to hit either of those guys,
Right.
so check your cards. Look for that red rookie worth $100. Again, check Top site to see if your LCS is participating, or reach out to your LCS and see if they are. There were some places in the past where you could redeem them by mail for tops or credit. It's basically you're redeeming them for credit at the LCS or at the online store that does participate. There were some in the past. I don't know if they're still doing it, uh, but you got to get those in, and they usually last through January or early February. I don't remember the exact end date, but you'll be looking for them.
Yeah.
The one play this year was, hey, what happens if Raleigh gets an auto? Well, that's now a moot point. Nobody has to worry about that anymore. So look for your judge cards in
I've
Chrome, 20
I've
bucks.
garnered
Yeah,
zero amount of either of them, so
yeah.
I won't be redeeming. What
Well,
two last things? We have a couple of minutes
yep.
left before I have to leave, uh, and Ron has to sign out too. Two things I want to comment with the Dodgers winning the World Series. Of course, there came the plethora of Shohei, look for autos, Roki, and Yamamoto, and all that stuff. The Dodgers did have some exemplary individual performances during the whole postseason. So that monster game card that triggered the look for sort of release. It's hopefully shipping soon. I think some people have gotten it. I haven't gotten it yet.
It's
I
the
just
3 home run game for Otani. The three
yeah,
home run
I
triggered a
haven't gotten.
bonus card.
I ordered one set of five. Just just buy a lottery ticket. I usually don't, but I figured that's a remarkable performance that we probably won't see ever again,
Yeah,
and it should be very coveted. I'm actually quite satisfied with that purchase by now seeing for how much the bonus RTOD Road to Opening Day Dodgers cars are going for. Just got my two in the mail. A friend of ours sold his bonus cards for almost for $200. It's insane. So I listed mine on eBay today. I got two. Look out for those. Hey, Ron, I've got my signal that I've got to go.
okay,
Promise we did. Hey, we hit up a lot of topics in this 25 minutes. Look for our next live. Hopefully, maybe I can convince Ron to hop in on Sunday and have a more extended conversation. Maybe Sunday, if not Monday, and for sure we'll be ripping some PCB boxes.
great.
So for
And
Ron,
be
yeah,
on
go
the
ahead, Ron.
lookout.
All right, for Ron, for Prospector Ron, this is Jorge Prospector. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. PCB and Jorge Prospector out.